Hi soulmate, in this video I'll be sharing with you how to recreate this stylish two-piece balloon skirt with a kimono top with front lacing. The style inspiration is from Ready to Wear by Debbie. Now to make this dress you'll be needing about 3 to 4 yards of fabric. Now I'm going to open up my fabric and I'm going to arrange it in an orderly manner. That way I will easily cut out the amount of fabric I need. Total skirt length is 18.5 inches. I'll take out 1.5 inches. 1.5 will replace my band, right? So I've marked out the remaining 17 inches for my skirt. So what I have here is 17 by 3 yards. If you want it fuller, you can go ahead to use 4 yards of fabric. Now when you're making your balloon skirts, you're going to add your turn up allowance. So for the turn up allowance, I'm adding 3 inches. Now your turn up allowance should be able to go in. This is what will give you that balloon effect on your skirt. So the next step you're going to take is to go ahead and to cut this out. I'll just go ahead and cut out this part and I'll keep it aside. This is the fabric for our skirt, right? So the next step you want to take is to get the amount of lining you need for your skirt. Now that 3 inches, fold it over this way. You want to go ahead to measure what you have from the tip to this point. So I have about 13.5 inches after measuring. So I'll add extra inches to it. That is extra half inch to it, and I'll have 14 because this half inch will be serving as a joining allowance to match up the skirt. That is, I'll take half inch from the main fabric and half inch from the lining and I'll join it together. Next is to cut out your lining. Now remember the total length we measured for our lining is 14 inches, right? So the next measurement is the width, right? Now at the upper part, mark your waist measurement divided by 4. My waist is 28 divided by 4. It will give me 7 inches. Now just add half inch to the lining. Now on the hemline, I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4 and I'll add extra 3.5 inches to it. Next step is to connect from the waistline to the lower part of your lining. Then after marking this, you just want to go ahead to cut this out. I'll go ahead to notch the center of my skirt. And I will bring another lining, place underneath. And that will be for the back lining. I'll also use my pin to hold this down. What I'll do is to outline the front part and I will add 1 inch for my zipper allowance. After adding that 1 inch, I'll go ahead to cut out the excess lining I have at the front part. After tracing out that, let's trace out the sides. I'll go ahead to cut this out now. Then after cutting out, this is what I have on the lining of this dress. Now let's go ahead to open this up and we are going to place and join the lining of this dress first. Open the center part, make sure you notch the middle of your lining. Now I'm going to place this way and I'm going to be stitching the sides together with that half inch we added. So just go ahead to stitch this, and by the side here, go ahead to stitch here also with half inch. Now for the main fabric, I'll go ahead to open it up. Now what I will do is to also go ahead to notch the midpoint. You want to notch the midpoint of your lining and your fabric. Now I'll run a gather stitch at the hemline. After stitching the lining, you want to give it a little curve by going up by 1 inch at the hemline. This is to help create that roundish effect for your balloon skirt. So after this, what you do is to go ahead to drag the hemline where you made the gather stitch, to drag it so that it will reduce in size, and you're going to gather it to the hemline of the lining of the dress. So this might take you a little time to do this. Next is to join the gathered part of the material to the lining. So I went ahead to pin one side just to show you. So what you do is get the midpoint of your lining, that part you notched, and the midpoint of the main fabric where you notch, pin it at the center. Now what you do is you're going to gather the hemline of the fabric to match the lining. You know the lining, the hemline of the lining is smaller than that of the fabric, right? So you want to gather the hemline of your material to match what you have on the lining of your dress. Then you're going to go ahead to use your pin to secure it to the end of your fabric or to the end of your lining of the dress. So after pinning down, now this is what I have. Now I'm going to run a stitch. Then when I run it, I will turn it to the right side. You see what the skirt will be looking like. After joining the hemline together, this is what I have. Now let's flip this and turn the lining. Merge the edge of your fabric to lining. Then you see this turn up effect. Go ahead to pin and you stitch with 1/2 inch. Also repeat this at the other side of your dress. Place it together and go ahead to stitch with 1/2 inch. So after I'm done stitching, this is what I have on two sides. Now pin the midpoint of your lining to the middle point of your fabric. That's why I said notch it. Now what you're going to do is either you pleat your fabric to match the waistline. That is, now we are joining the waistline of the skirt. That is the waistline of the material to the waistline of the lining. What we joined before was the hemline of the lining and the hemline of the material. Now we are joining the waistline of the material and the waistline of the lining. So you can run a gather stitch on your material if you want to, or you can just go ahead to pleat. Just pleat it or gather it to match the waistline of your lining. This is because the waistline of the lining has your actual waistline measurement. So I'll just go ahead and do this, and I'll run a stitch on the sewing machine. After stitching, this is what I have. Now we have closed up the edge. Now the next step we are going to take is to add our band and also add the zipper and close the sides of the skirt. Now I cut out my band. Get the midpoint of your skirt. Now my band is 2 inches on fold. Remember, I took out 1.5 inches from my skirt length. So what I have left is 1.5. So I cut 1.5 on fold and I added 1/2 inch to it, giving me 2 inches on fold. That is a total of 4 inches if you open up the band. Now for the waistline, I used my waist measurement and I added additional 1/2 inch to it. Because of we added just 1 inch for the zipper allowance, then we have used 1 inch to close the side, then we are left with 1/2 inch. So that is why I used my waist measurement plus additional 1/2 inch. So I'll just go ahead and pin this to the edge, and I'll run 1/2 inch to attach the band to my skirt. After doing that, what I'll do is the sides, I'll go ahead to place it together and I'll be stitching it with 1/2 inch at the back of the skirt. So after that, we'll be adding our zipper allowance. So this is my skirt. I've gone ahead to add the band to it and I've stitched the back, right? So this is what I have. Now let's go ahead to add the zipper allowance, and after doing that, I'll show you the final result of the dress. So let's go ahead to cut our top. Now I've folded my fabric. I'll place and mark 1/2 inch, which will serve as the starting line. So after marking that, I'll place my tape, mark my shoulder to bust line, and I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder to waistline. So my total blouse length is about 20 inches. Then I'll add 1 inch for folding allowance at the lower part. You know, the blouse is not so long. It is hanging on top of the skirt a bit. So I'll just go ahead to draw out my line. The next step is to mark your shoulder divided by 2 and add 1/2 inch to it. I'll come down by 1 inch here, then mark my basic neckline of 3 inches, then connect from my shoulder slope to my neckline. Next is to find your armhole line, and to get that is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. I got 7 inches. I'll make a mark there, then place my ruler and draw out a straight line. I'll mark back my shoulder divided by 2 plus half, because that half inch is for joining the sleeve allowance. Then I'll connect this all the way up. I'll mark my bust measurement divided by 4. Then place my tape and divide what I have at the armhole into 2. I'll come in by ½ inch at this point. Now I'll place my ruler connecting from the midpoint to my bust measurement on the chest line. Then I will connect this all the way to the upper part of my shoulder. This is to mark my bust measurement divided by 4. Then I'll add my sewing allowance. I'll add ease of ½ inch first, then I'll add a sewing allowance of 1 inch. So after marking that, on the waistline of my pattern, I'll mark my waist measurement. I'll divide my waist measurement by 4 and I will mark. Then I'll go ahead to add 1 inch for stitching allowance on my dress, then ½ inch for ease, giving me a total of 1.5. Here I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance and ½ inch for ease. After that, I'll go ahead to connect. And after connecting, we'll be cutting this out. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. So for the back neckline, I used 3 by 1 inch. Then I added ½ inch on top, which will serve as the joining allowance of the shoulder at the upper part. Then I will go ahead to cut this out. After cutting this out, we are going to cut out the front pattern of this dress. So what I'll do is to get another fabric, then place my back pattern on it, right, and pin it down. So what I'll do is, at the hemline, to give it that pointy effect, I'll come down by 2 inches. From that 2 inches, I'll connect it to the hemline of the blouse and connect. So this is what I have after I'm done connecting at this part. I'll just go ahead and I will cut this out, connecting to the hemline of the back. So what I'll do next is to go ahead to trace out the shoulder, the armhole, and the sides of this dress. After connecting, I will unpin my pattern. So what I'll do next is to lift the back pattern up, mark towards or close to the neck, to the bust area, and then I'll mark 1 inch in front. So this 1 inch I'm marking now, I'll cut it out. I'll connect from that of the bust area towards the neckline, and I'll blend this out. After blending this out, what I'll do next is to go ahead to cut this out. Then we are going to go ahead to cut out and join our pattern. So what I'll do is to separate this. Now this is the back and this is the front of my dress. So we'll be joining this together with ½ inch at the shoulder. After joining this with ½ inch at the shoulder, the next step is to add our band to the neckline of this dress. The next step is to note where you want to place all these little strap that you'll be adding to the front. Now, I'm just placing this to mark the area where I'll place it. I'll place it slightly above the bust line and the waistline area. Now, before you add the collar or band to the front, make sure you unpin this, please. I'm just using this to mark and notch the areas where I'll be attaching the band. What you do is to measure around the neckline. So after measuring, I have 54 inches. Now this band is 1.5 inches on fold. Remember, we took out 1 inch from the front, so we'll be using ½ inch to add it back. So please, just like I said, before going ahead to attach this towards the neckline and in front, remove these extra straps that I added. You will be adding that much later. So I'll go over to the machine, I'll unpin the straps, then add this collar to it. So after I'm done attaching, this is what I have. So now what you do is now to pin your strap. So I'm trying to pin it. So this is the strap. You'll be pinning it after you join the collar, right? So I'll go ahead to remove it and then I'll pin it. Then I'll go ahead again to unpin this and then I'll pin it to the front, that place that I joined the whether it's the collar or the band to the neckline, right? So that is where you'll be joining it, and you go ahead to pin it. Then after doing that, go ahead to stitch it on the sewing machine. Tack it down by the side. So when you're weaving it, you now weave out that place and it will look neat. Now go ahead to fold the hemline of your blouse also as you're tacking the straps down. So let's cut out the sleeve of this dress. So I'm cutting the two sleeves together. I'll fold this and then I'll fold it again. The wideness of my sleeve is, what I have is 12 inches on fold. If I open it up, it's going to give me 24 inches. Remember, I'm cutting it together. I'll mark out half inch here. After marking out half inch, I'll mark my sleeve cap height, right? I'll mark my sleeve cap height at this point. To get your sleeve cap height is your bust measurement divided by 12 plus 0.5. Give me approximately 3.5 inches. I marked a straight line there. Then measure around your armhole. My armhole is 16 divided by 2. I will mark it here. Get the armhole of the dress. I'll measure from the joining of the shoulder to the armhole line. So what I have is 9.5. So I'll draw a slight curve and it will give me 9.5 inches, right? I'm using a freehand method to cut out my sleeve. Add half inch on top for joining allowance and then connect this to the hem of your fabric. Now what you do is to go ahead to cut out. Total length of this sleeve is about 20 to 23 inches. I've forgotten exactly. Then I'll just go ahead to cut this out. After cutting it, we'll be joining it back to the dress, and remember to notch the midpoint. You're going to get that midpoint of your sleeve and then you join your sleeve to the armhole curve that you have. So after I'm done joining, I went ahead to pin this down. So what I'll do is to stitch with half inch from the sleeve all the way down, and I will repeat this at this side of my dress also. After I was done stitching, this is the final look of my dress. If you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and join us in our next video. Thanks.